Wish I was.
That's your certificate from Grand Lodge of Queensland. So you passed your 3 degrees. And that's your card. Congratulations, buddy. Doing excellent. And both are. Do you all have to read this out? The presentation of the Grand Lodge. I have much pleasure. This is from the Grand Master. I'll take it. Really?
Nice to.
Since the evolution of our craft from the operative to speculative masonry, there's been the practice of all Grand Lodges to issue certificates to newly raised brethren. Certificates are of several forms and types, and one used by United Grand Lodge of Queensland is the most common and is generally referred to as the Pillar's Certificate because of the prominence of the 3 columns representing the 3 noble orders of architecture, namely the Ionic, the Doric and the Corinthian. The document is intended for you to be a lifelong possession. In the face of the certificates are featured many Masonic signals, which have been explained to you in various degrees and make it immediately recognisable as belonging to the craft. The wording of the certificate states quite plainly that you have been initiated, passed and raised in a regular lodge, and that your name has been registered in the books of the Grand Lodge. In testimony of this, the Grand Secretary has affixed his signature to the foot of the certificate. At the top of the certificate is a representation of the coat of arms of the United Grand Lodge of Queensland, and is impressed on it is a seal of Grand Lodge, both of which are known and would be immediately recognised by any other Grand Lodge with which we are in fraternal communication. The certificate is a means of Masonic identification should you, because of distress or any other reason, seek the right hand of friendship to Brother Mason, or if you desire to visit a lodge where you are not known. The certificate will not automatically gain your admittance to a lodge, but you must be prepared to submit it to examination. Conversely, an examination alone will not ensure your admission. Also, as a Master Mason, you are now a member of Grand Lodge and are expected to attend all quarterly communications to exercise your voting rights. Before resuming your seat in the lodge, you must take the certificate to the Secretary's table, and in the shaded part, place your usual signature. By this means, you will be enabled to establish yourself as the rightful owner of the certificate. On behalf of the Worshipful Master and the Brethren, I wish you many years of association with this lodge and Freemasonry. You can hold the bag and we'll start this later. So when you can't sleep at night, there's some books there to peruse. In here you've got a little lapel pin like Brian's got, nice and shiny. You've got a biro and there's a USB stick in there with your Constitution on it. Pretty cool, eh? An ITV.
Very,
A little tie for you to wear. Let's see if it's out. Now in here, the most important things, in here before you take your second degree, there's some questions and answers. You don't have to know the questions, but you have to know the answers. So if you can't sleep overnight, Kel or Brian's there to help you.
Call him.
Yep. So you can see that the ones that the Worshipful Master's got on there, you don't have to know that, but you need to know the answers. So that's important before you take the second degree, and that's expected by the first Saturday in November, which is probably the 2nd of November, something like that, at this stage. But, and you know, it's going to be the first degree on the 5th of October, which is my birthday, just in case you forgot. Yep. So, and then I have to read this to you too. It's from the Most Worshipful Grand Master. And he says, "Dear brother, it affords me great pleasure on behalf of every Freemason in Queensland to welcome you to our fraternity. I hope you will enjoy many years of involvement as a member of our craft. I have enclosed a square and a compass, like a lapel pin, as a gift to you. Please wear it in the community as often as you can to show you are a proud Freemason. Enjoy visiting your lodges to broaden out your knowledge of Freemasonry and its members, and accept office in your lodge as you feel ready. Familiarise yourself with the craft's 3 degrees, and after a year you may like to consider joining other orders. Please make yourself known to me when the opportunity arises, when you go to Brisbane on a junket. I look forward to welcoming you personally. Quite worshipful Grand Master." And read the book. Brethren, we've got a pretty special event happening tonight. I know he's a pretty special person, but a pretty special event. I had to write a book to make sure I remember it all. Tonight, Brother Pitford is getting an upgrade from his Governor's Dual to a Vice President's Dual. David and I know you've received many numerous pins and bars, etc., and upgrades in your Masonic career, and this is going to be the same. So there's nothing different. With all respect, but most importantly, a duel is a way that we, as your fellow brothers in Lodge, can show our appreciation, and it's a visual for other people to see when you go to the various lodges around the place. Just of high esteem held in Capricornia Lodge. But to us, probably the reasons why you got that upgrade was the numerous times you've been worship master in the lodge, the various positions you've held within the lodge.
Being a trustee.
A trustee, I forgot that one. I didn't have it written down. You worked during installations, standing in any position we asked you to do, you'll put your hand up to do it. And of course, in business meetings and sausage sizzles, and the last one tonight was he singing. So,
somebody had to do it.
Yeah. So on behalf of Capricornia Lodge and the brethren, it gives me great pleasure, mate, to...
You better replace them.
Well, it's up to you whether you want to take the old one off.
Put it in there.
I don't want to scratch your glasses.
No, yeah, I'll take him in. It's a wife you have to
That's good.
Thank you very much.
That they come along and follow in our footsteps for a worthy organisation that we all are involved in and deeply respect and enjoy. And we see so many of the lodges closed. Just in that trip around Australia, so many lodge buildings are closed, particularly over in the west. Everywhere you go to, there's lodge buildings closed. And it is very sad because the young people in those areas will never experience Freemasonry. They'll have to go outside. And that's sad because it's a very good organisation. You learn from the day you set foot inside those doors there, you learn. And until the day they put you in the hole. And I think if you keep learning all the time, you'll have a good memory all your life. So I came in 1980 something. David, when did we come in? Mid-80s.
A long time ago.
Long time ago. Davey's been out longer than me. He's older than me. That's not true. But we've been in lodge and enjoyed one another's company for a long, long period of time, and you want that for your children. And you said with the apologies from his son Lachlan, I hope to get Lachlan into our lodge one day, but at the moment he's just a young bloke, he's got a young family and just newly married, so it's not the right time. But he will keep coming back. He will turn up one day. He will, and we'll be better for it as well because he's a very good ritualist, as we are as well. Tonight I was really impressed with our deacons, and I'm not saying anything nasty about Bradley, but Brian did an excellent job with all the reference. He did. And the nerves he kept the nerves under control, which is better than me. But yeah, they really did good work tonight. So thank you very much for that, brethren. It was much appreciated. I was pretty nervous, as you can imagine. I know it didn't show, but yeah, it fell apart a little bit through the week when Foxy didn't turn up, and and I thought, well, I thought it was going really well, and I said to Kel, it's going too well. The wheels are going to have to fall off in somewhere down the road. So Foxy rings up. So I had Bradley outside the door where I couldn't see him, and he was going to be with Michael to get him through the door and get him organised. So that was right. And then Foxy rang up and said he couldn't turn up. So I had to let me mate inside, and
you're sorry you did.
And I had to rely on another good ritualist, Brother Cruikshank, to fill the role as but, I've got one more thing to say before I sign off and we have a toast. Michael's great-grandfather was a Mason, and he joined Port Curtis Lodge, 2235 under the English Constitution when he was in 1889. So this information Russell got for me from the librarian, the Grand Lodge librarian. So he went through in 1889. He was the selector down at Maryvale, Mount Larkin, somewhere down that way, Gladstone. He retired into Gladstone, and he was in the Port Curtis Lodge. So my great-grandfather, he was never a Mason, and my grandfather was never a Mason, but it was, they married Catholic women in those days, and it was, the Catholics and the Masons didn't get on too well for some reason.
Maybe because the blooming Mason hung one on.
It would have been accidental. So, but my grandfather, when I was a kid, he had no objection to anybody being a Mason, and he seen me going into lodge. So that's all I have to say, other than to wish Michael all the very best. Congratulations on taking your first step. You can come in and watch Jack come through next month and have a little smile on your face when you see that big wuss coming through the door, as these pair were. Yeah, so that'll be something else for you to learn, and you can listen to the ceremony that you sort of were listening to but not listening to tonight. So, and when you take the first degree tracing board, it will be further explained to you as well. So,
Brethren, please rise.
brethren, please rise. You can sit down. It's like you can go. Toast to our
Newly initiated
initiated
brother. Brethren, be seated.
It's a good one to go.
You working or you retired?
Thank you, Worship Master and brothers. It's been a very interesting night, and I am sincerely thankful for all the work that was put in. There must be a lot of nights people have spent rehearsing, looking in mirrors, talking to their dogs, to memorise all of those lines. I hope one day that may be something I can aspire to do. Again, thank you for the effort put in, and looking forward to future meetings. Thank you.
Brethren, third time coming down. 1, 2.
Their desire to to give something to David for the years that he's spent and all the work that he's done for Capricornia. So through Brother Daniels, we aspired to raise him to Vice President, Life President, Life Vice President. And it's a nice looking jewel. I hadn't seen one before. So, yeah.
There's a new one.
New one. Yeah, and it was, I didn't want to take away from the moment, but there were so many things that I had to remember of why David deserved that jewel, and I would have forgotten half the bloody thing. So I'm sorry about that, but
That's what I said,
yeah. Yeah, so we, like you said, we don't go into Lodge for the accolades, we go there, but for the years that you spend, somebody must appreciate us. So, and that small token of appreciation, that's mostly what our fellow brethren can do, is giving you something visual like that. So we couldn't give you a pay rise, so.
Double of money.
Brethren, would you please be upstanding and we'll have a toast to
David. Work for Brother Peter.
I'm supposed to respond to that.
Yeah, it won't take much, mate.
I say, Chris, thank you.
I think you need to give it a sound.
What do you want to tell me?
It is very nice.
Good worshipful Master,
Take it down.
very worshipful Brother O'Brien, brethren all. Well, thank you, worshipful Master, for that toast, and to the brethren of Capricornia for recommending me to that jewel this evening. And once again, well, it's no shock, it came to me as a shock. Yeah, and as it was pointed out to me, I was the only one in the room that didn't know about it.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, so I must be slipping in my communications or something. But no, my journey in Capricornia has been mixed and varied, but mostly enjoyable. And as I pointed out, and as we've just elaborated on, that we don't come to Lodge for the accolades or the jewels. You know, we just come because we enjoy each other's company. And we like to abide by the tenets of the craft. And I think once people start letting go of that, that's when we start losing our memories. It's a bit sad that we have done. We've lost a generation, I believe. But with the young guys we've got here in Capricornia, I think we're about to start a new era in Freemasonry. And I just feel privileged to be part of it. So once again, thank you, brethren, for the jewel, and worship Mass with the toast, and brethren, the way you want it. Thank you.
Brethren, third time coming down. 1, 2.